Mojave 4S is now fully 6S capable. So I already had the Spektrum Firma 150 ESC in there for quite some time now. Just upgraded the motor to a 2050 kV motor. So it's the Spektrum 2050 kV motor that's in their 6S cars. I'm not actually planning to run this on 6S. I want to continue running it on 4S and just have more stable motor temperatures and more reliable performance, and to stop overheating. I also want it to maintain the performance of the 4S electronics and the top speed, etc. So what I've done is I've gone for a 20-tooth pinion in this to compensate for the lower kV, and I want to see how it runs and whether it runs hot. From some preliminary testing in my garden, the motor was running much hotter than I thought it would. So it's going to be interesting to see how this proper test run goes. And what I've also done is I've turned the motor timing down to 11.25, I think. So we're going to see how that goes. And I'm continuing to test my shock setup on the Mojave 4S with the GPM shocks and the silver springs. I haven't quite got it to a sweet spot yet. I think these springs are a little bit too soft, if I'm honest with you, for kind of off-road jumping and bashing. I love them for kind of hooning around and street bashing, and they handle really well for my liking. But I think they need to be a little bit stiffer. I'm running an 8000 mAh CNHL 4S battery in this. I want to see how much runtime I get with this particular LiPo, because I was getting a max of 13 minutes or so with a 5000 mAh LiPo, and that's probably because I've got a lot of weight on this rig with all the upgrades I have. So I'm hoping to get another 5 or so minutes at this LiPo. So let's see what happens. Feeling good so far. Don't know what motor temperatures are like. We'll check that later on. Yeah. Let's see how the suspension handles this bump here. Pretty rough terrain here, pretty thick with little twigs. I like how the suspension's performing so far. How you doing? performance feels quite comparable to the usual stock 4S electronics so far. One thing I can see is that the cogging at the start seems to be gone. Well, still there a little bit, but it's not as bad. Hi there.
Yeah, brother.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask where you got your race cars from there. They look like really good ones. We'd love to come up here and do something.
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
look,
It looks really fun.
if you do decide to get into it, drop me a comment on one of my videos, and then we'll come and meet here.
Oh,
because
mate, that was honestly pleasure to
cheers.
meet
What's
you,
your
my
name?
friends. Paul.
Paul. I'm Dab.
Nice to meet you, Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you too.
We'll be in contact, but you lot
Yeah,
enjoy
definitely.
the rest of your day, yeah?
You too. Take care. See ya.
That's cool, that's good.
So I've been going for a good 25 minutes already. It's been a bit start-stop, to be honest, because I'm keeping an eye on my boy with his big rock and there's people around. But I'm really happy with how it's running so far. I just hope the motor temperatures are stable. But yeah, great little spot here. Get lots of dust kicking up. And this is ideal Mojave territory as well. Bit of grass, lots of dust, a few kind of exposed roots on the trees. And you know what? I always try and full throttle this thing, but it's actually really fun just to go quarter throttle on this and see it bouncing up and down a bit, seeing that suspension work. Yeah, I really enjoy that. I did reach out to GPM to let them know that the springs that they've provided with these GPM shocks, they seem a bit too soft for the Mojave. But I've got the spring collars pretty tightened down on this and it feels pretty good off-road. I don't know how it will fare when I jump the thing. I would imagine it's going to bottom out pretty easily. So I have asked them if they do a more stiffer spring. And in my experience, when I've reached out to GPM for one or two things, they've been really good in responding. And, you know, I have said to them, if they do offer a stiffer spring, then I'm happy to buy another set. I'll tell you what's amazing though, this CNHL 8000 mAh LiPo is still going. I haven't been full throttling it all the way, but honestly, I can't believe it's still going. This is going to be my go-to LiPo for the Mojave, I think. How cool is just watching this drive? That's like a fifth on the throttle, not even a fifth. Just doing that, I can do that all day and watch it. It's amazing. Not running any gyro on this, even though I got one. I think it's much more fun without the gyro. I also feel that having the gyro limits the steering a bit, which I don't like. That is LVC. I think that lasted a good 35 minutes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little test. Let's see if the motor's really hot. You know what? That is not bad at all. Yeah, okay, that's worked. 2 rocket fans on there. It's absolutely caked in dust at the moment, but like, the two rocket fans seem to have done their job, and maybe turning down that timing on the ESC has helped as well. Successful first proper run, and I'll continue to test this out, maybe do a few jumps next time. Thanks for watching, guys.